So we're going to start with a nice tall seated position. So you don't have to be cross-legged, and you can be on a cushion. You could even very gently lean it up a wall or surface next to you if you wanted just a little bit of support there. We're going to just shuffle the shoulders down at the back and close or lower the eyes, whatever feels right for you. And to arrive here this afternoon, all we're going to do is just feel the cool air coming in through the nose and the warm air going out through the nose. And just noticing the rhythm of the breath, how it feels in the body. And it may feel helpful to take one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Just coming into where we are this afternoon, what we're doing, and letting anything else that's happened today or anything that's going to happen just drift away for a little while we're on our mats. And as we start to notice the breath, maybe noticing if any sensations come up for you. Is there anything calling already through the body? Could be an achy back, a funny niggly shoulder, or it could even be spacious, open feeling. Notice how the mind is today. Is it chattering away? Is it listing all the things we need to do? We can't turn off the mind, unfortunately, but we can choose to just come back to the breath. So if it's helpful, it might just be we breathe in, I'm breathing in. As you breathe out, thinking, I'm breathing out. You may even say, I'm breathing in what I need, and I'm breathing out what I don't. Perfect. Allowing the hands to fall down, maybe the palms facing upwards, in a nice open posture. Keeping that lovely rhythm of breath going, but maybe slowing it down a little now. As we pull the chin down to the chest, and then we're going to begin to roll the chin from side to side. Maybe all the way over so that the ear comes towards the shoulder. Noticing how the neck feels. Just asking the body, how do I feel today? Maybe noticing some little crunches or tickles. Lovely. We're going to roll the head all the way over to the right hand side and then allow the right ear really to fall towards that right shoulder. We're not bringing the shoulder up to meet the ear, so relax them down. Keeping a nice tall body, so temptation really is to sort of lean all the way over. Body's tall, it's the head that's doing the work here, opening the neck. We might take the right hand and rest it just very gently on the top of the head. It serves as a little weight just to open up the side of the neck. Perfect. Releasing that hand down when you're ready. Rolling the chin nice and slowly all the way over to the other side, over to the left. Again, keeping that tall body. Maybe bringing the left hand very gently on the top of the head to just weigh down, Breathing into the side of the neck, and you might find that this side feels a little different. No better, no worse, just different. Lovely. Then releasing that hand down, rolling the chin back to center, gently lifting it up. Lovely. Give the shoulders a little roll, taking them way up to the ears and back and down. Maybe squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lovely. It's quite a strong movement. We're not sort of just flipping them up and down. Really making some big movement, as big as we can, until we settle them down the back. Lovely tall spine. Let's bring the right hand down to the floor. Inhale, take left arm up, and then exhale, lean it over. This right hand might come out a little. You might even find you can bring the forearm to the floor, reaching over as the sitting bones push to the earth, just opening the side of the body. Fabulous. Inhale, let's lift it all the way back up again. Take a moment just to release, recenter. Then we'll place the left hand on the floor. Inhale, right arm comes up, and as you exhale, take it over. Lovely. So again, you might find that forearm comes to the earth. It may not on one side, but does on the other. Open the ribs and the belly. Fabulous. Inhale, let's lift it all the way up. And release on the exhale again. Just taking any movement now that feels good. And then we're going to make our way to our tabletop position. So in any way that feels right for you, we're going to bring hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Come into our tabletop, and let's move into the spine a little more. Unlock the elbows so they're not locked into place. There's a little micro bend there. Inhale, lift the head and the chest, point the sitting bones. As you exhale, round the back and push the spine to the sky. Inhale, take it all the way up. And exhale, round. And then follow your breath. So we all breathe at different paces. Use your exhale to really round the spine up to the sky. And the inhale to gently pull the shoulder blades together. Lovely. A little bit more movement here. Always welcome to freestyle. You might sort of go one side to the other a little bit. Or just rolling it back to a child's pose and then back up again. As big or as little as you want to make the movements. Fabulous. Let's settle back to a nice steady spine. I'm going to tuck the toes under and push up and back to our downward facing dog. Now you may be still here, or you may pedal out the legs. This can feel quite a huge amount today. We can just wake them up. Or even if you've got quite stiff calf muscles, really nice just to bend into one leg and then push into the other heel. Lovely. And then settling into stillness, sending the sitting bones high. Nice few breaths there. And then looking up towards the hands, walking or stepping it forward into your forward fold. Let the body go heavy. Maybe bringing the hands to the elbows in a ragdoll position. Little rock from side to side. A little nod of the head. Then releasing the hands. I'm going to put a bend in the knees and inhale, roll it up nice and slowly. Shoulders back and down as we get there. Take a little shake off in our mountain posture. Little shimmy of the arms, the legs. Letting go of anything that isn't serving us today. And then we're going to step out nice and wide on the mat. So just as wide as feels comfortable. And we're going to start by turning the toes to just point slightly away from each other. So we're not trying to do a plie or anything, just a couple of inches out. Nice tall body. Lovely. Let's bring the hands together at the heart. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a beautiful breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to bend the knees. So coming into this yogic squat. And then bringing the hands out. Elbows in line with the shoulders. Hands above the elbows into our goddess pose. The whole body warming up now. Engage the belly. Nice long breaths. Perfect. On an inhale, let's lift it up, stretch the arms, and exhale, let them come back down. Lovely. Turn the heels back in line with the toes. This time we're going to take hands to the hips, pull the elbows towards each other. Lovely deep inhale, and let's exhale, forward fold. Now you may pause halfway, that might be enough. Or we might come all the way down and then let the hands fall to the earth. Let the crown of the head pull down. Maybe even a gentle swing, little nod, little yes and no. Notice where the weight is in the feet. Have you gone back into your heels or is it in the toes? See if you can level out all four corners of the feet. Lovely. When you're ready, we're going to bring the body up about halfway, fingertips to the earth. Now, if the earth is a little bit far away, you could always pop a yoga block or even just a book underneath the hands. Again, level out the feet, make sure they're pushing equally into the floor. We're going to inhale, reach up with the right hand. Little twist, take a couple of breaths there. And then exhale, bring it down. Let's swap it over. Inhale, left arm up. Lovely big reach. And then exhale all the way down. Lovely. Little bends in the knees. Let's push up and out. Fabulous. Give the arms once again a little bit of a shimmy. Great, just to relieve any tension. So keeping the feet nice and wide, we're going to take the right toes to the short edge of the mat and bend that right knee. Lift the arms, come into our warrior two position. Engage the belly, lift the chest. Perfect, wonderful. Just pausing there for a moment, feeling some strength in the legs, in the belly. Lovely. Taking a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to take back hand to back leg and reach up with that right arm. Reverse warrior. Keep bending into that front knee. It's very tempting to just straighten it out. Lovely. Let's inhale back to center. Exhale over to side angle. So elbow comes to the right thigh. Maybe we're reaching over with the top hand, or you might bring the hand to the hip. Whichever feels right on the body. You might even take that bottom hand to the earth. Really breathing into the side of the body. Fabulous, lovely. And from here, we're just going to bring this left hand down onto the ground. And then we're going to begin to walk the fingers all the way across the floor. Start to turn the feet so that we can point the left toes to the short edge. The right foot comes parallel to the back of the mat. And then we lift all the way back up to warrior two, now on the other side. Nice long breaths here. Perfect. Engaging the belly, lovely deep breath in. As we exhale, back hand comes to back leg. We're reaching up and over to our reverse warrior. Keep pushing into the feet. Wonderful. Inhale, let's take it all the way up. As we exhale, slowly coming down to our side angle. So maybe reaching over, or give the shoulder a little bit of a break by taking hand to the hip. And bottom hand might come down to the earth if it wants to. Keeping that chest beautifully open. So if we're curling around to touch the floor, maybe we need to come back up a little bit. Fabulous. Perfect. We're going to come out just as we came into this side. So right hand's going to come down. We're going to walk all the way over to the other side. Turn the feet. So once again, that right foot's pointing towards the short edge. Left foot's become parallel. Bend into the right knee and windmill back up to your warrior two on that side. Lovely. Should feel nice and awake now, nice and warmed up. Beautiful. We're going to straighten into that front leg. Turn the toes to face the short edge. And then turn the left toes to point towards the short edge. Lovely. So we've come back onto the other side. We're keeping that left leg long now. Lovely deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to reach forward and down. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Lovely. So hand might rest on the shin. It might rest just in sort of thin air. Whatever feels right for you. 2 or 3 more breaths here. Lovely. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, take it all the way back up. Settle the shoulders down, and then we're going to come into reverse warrior on this side. So it's a lovely big breath in, and then we start to turn so that the right hand comes down to the left leg. Twisted triangle, reverse triangle. Hand might be around the ankle, the shin, or even the thigh. Really depends on how you want to twist today. Lovely. And to come out, we're just going to drop the left hand, come down, and we're going to take that walk once again. Round all the way, turn the feet so that we now have the right toes pointing to the short edge. And we're going to windmill it up onto this side. Lovely. Lovely big breath in. As you exhale, reach forward and down. Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Nice. Steady breaths. Relax the face. Lovely breath in to lift us back up. Take a moment, release the shoulders a little. And then nice breath in. Exhale, left hand comes forward and down to that right leg. Reverse triangle. Perfect. Let's release the right hand down. And we're going to walk back once again, moving the feet. Lovely. Windmilling it up onto this side. Then turning the toes to face forward. Coming to our star posture. We're going to push the hands away. So flex the toes, flex the fingers to the ceiling. Pushing away as if you're sort of holding two walls away from you. Steady breaths. Lovely. And then release. Flick the arms off. Flick off any tension. Move the head. And then we're going to step it in. Center of the mat. Shimmy it off. Shimmy the legs off. Fabulous. Making your way back to the top of the mat when you are ready. Mountain posture, lovely tall spine. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As we exhale, fold it forward, hands to the earth, so bend the knees as much as you need to. We're going to step it back to downward facing dog. Take a few beautiful breaths there. Let the head be heavy and the heart pushes towards the thighs. When you're ready, just gently dropping the knees down to the earth. We're going to take the knees wide and bring the toes towards each other and then lower down and back. So the sitting bones start to make their way to the heels, coming into a wide leg child's pose. Take a moment or two to settle there. Settling the breath. Perfect. Now on an inhale, let's start to walk the hands towards the knees. Lift the body, bringing the knees together. We're coming up to a nice tall spine. If it feels okay to stay on the knees, then stay there. Or you can come to your sitting bones or even sit on a cushion. Entirely up to you. We're going to reach up with the right arm. Take a beautiful big inhale. And as you exhale, bend the elbow. Take the hand down the back. Just planting it there. Maybe giving the elbow a little nudge so it's pointing to the sky. Often it's sort of pointing out to the edge. And if we want to, we're going to take this into Gomukhana, into cow face pose. So we bring the left arm around, bend the elbow, and we're working the fingertips towards each other. So they may feel like they're miles away, they might come to clasp. There's no good, there's no bad, it's just where the body wants to go today. And I just invite you here to maybe close or lower the eyes, breathe into the sensation of the shoulders. Being mindful that we've not sort of let the back overarch, the belly is still very much engaged with what we're doing. Fabulous. Just a couple more breaths there. Then release it slowly down. Roll the wrists, move the arms. Just take a moment, feel all of that. Perfect. Bringing it back to center when you're ready. We'll take that onto the other side. So inhaling, taking the left arm up now. As you exhale, bending the elbow and reaching down the back. You might find already that this feels much different to the other side. Keeping chin parallel with the earth. We're sweeping that right arm around to meet it. So you may find that on one side your hands meet and on the other side they don't. That's perfectly normal. And you can always spend more time on the stiffer side in your own practice. Nice, soft face, engaged belly. Perfect. On an exhale, let's release. And again, just taking any movement that feels right for you. Even maybe moving the neck and the shoulders now. And then we're going to slide off those knees if we haven't already. Come round to our sitting bones. Taking the legs out nice and wide, just as wide as feels comfortable. Lovely. Let's inhale, softly take the arms up. And as you exhale, we're going to fold it forward. Keeping the back nice and long. Beautiful. And you can let the head go heavy here. Just feeling maybe a little opening on the inside of the thighs, the hips. Maybe a little stretch in the lower back. In your own time, we're going to walk the hands over to the right leg. So folding over that right leg. And this is where we maybe want to imagine that the nose is being pulled towards the toes. So we're not trying to get head to knee. We're elongating the spine and taking the body all the way over. Lovely. If that feels nice and comfortable, there's another option here to take the left arm and reach up to the sky, open up the body, and then even reach over with that left hand. Just bring in fingertips as if they were going to clasp the toes. They don't have to. Really see where the body wants to go. Relaxing the face and the jaw. Lovely. Let's let that left hand come back round. Little reach over that leg, and then we're going to start to walk the hands all the way over to the left leg now. So again, reaching up and away. So you really want to feel like the nose is being pulled rather than rounding the back just to get the head to the knee. Nice, tall, long body. Fabulous. And we're finding that space between effort and release. So we're making plenty of effort, but also giving in to gravity, allowing it to pull us down. Perfect. So your option again on this side is to reach up with the right arm now. Open up. Beautiful open heart. You might reach over to really open up the right side of the body. See how you feel. Perfect. Bringing that right hand back down. Again, a little just stretch over that left leg. And then we're going to walk it back into center. Take a breath. And then inhale, roll it up the spine. Fabulous. Coming up to a lovely tall body. Give the legs a little hand to come in. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. They don't have to be very close to the pelvis. We actually want a nice little diamond shape. So there's plenty of space. And then this time we are going to allow the back to round. So we're going to start to bring the head down, let the back round, And just find a lovely little, almost feel like a clam shape here, hugging into yourself. And this is wonderful for all the meridians in the body, or the nadis that we call them in yoga. So all the energy flows through the body, and this opens up the lower back, the hips, the neck. You can put a little bit of movement in the head if the neck's feeling a little tense. And then gently pushing it back up, bringing yourself back to a tall spine. If you did want to feel that little hip opener, you can bring this into more of a butterfly posture so that the feet come quite close to the pelvis, and we're encouraging the knees to fall down. So you might just take a moment there. This can feel quite good, maybe intense on the hips, particularly if we hold a lot of emotion there or tension, which we can do when we sit down a lot. And just a few breaths there. Lovely. Very gently releasing, again giving the legs a little hand, come in. And then just nice long on the mat, we're going to give the legs a little bit of a shimmy, rub the hips, the knees, even just rub the ankle joints, just connecting with that lower body a little. Wonderful. And take the right knee, bend it up and bring that right foot just to very gently rest on the left inside thigh. So this right knee might be sort of up here, it might be down on the ground. Really depends on your body. We're inhaling, lovely big breath in, and exhale, fold it forward. Again, keeping that lovely long back. And resisting the urge to pull, particularly if the hands do come to the feet. It's very easy just to pull in, but maybe bringing the hands to the earth. And just letting gravity pull you down. Inhaling, let's bring it up nice and slow. We're going to keep the legs in that position for a moment and just gently take the hands behind us. See if we can push the heart up to the sky. Feeling really nice bit of openness in the heart. Another option here is to start to lift the hips and using that right knee and that left foot to lift us up. See how you feel. Bringing it down and then coming back up to sitting. Let's take that right leg out and take a moment to just rub, shake, shimmy, and then we'll take that onto the other side. So left foot comes onto the inside of the right thigh. We're inhaling, reaching the arms up, and then as you exhale, taking it all the way over. Nice long breaths. Again, maybe resting the hands on the floor to resist the urge to pull. Inhale, let's roll it up nice and slowly. Taking the hands behind you. Fingertips pointing towards you, or they might point slightly out. Really depends on the wrists here. Roll the chest up, pull the shoulder blades together. Nice bit of space in that front body. And again, if you wanted to lift the hips, push into the right heel, the left knee, then feel free. Bringing it down when you're ready. Lifting back up to your seated position, bringing the legs down. Lovely. I'm going to slide forward on the mat. So we've got some space behind us because we're going to start to make our way down to the ground. So you can support yourself nice and gently with the hands. You may very gently just hold the backs of the thighs and round the back to the earth. Whichever feels right for you. Coming down to a lovely long spine. Just take a moment to see how that feels. Encouraging the shoulders to touch the floor. And then see if we can bring the knees to the belly, hands to the shins or the thighs, and give yourself a lovely little hug. Maybe rocking and rolling around for a moment. Massaging the back into the earth. Fabulous. Bringing it back to center when you're ready. I'm going to come into a recline twist, so really perfect just to release into. So taking the arms out lovely and wide, you might take a wide position or a T position. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, let the knees fall over to one side. We're encouraging the shoulders to stay on the ground. So if we've started to lift one side, maybe just bringing them back round. Possibly closing or lowering the eyes here. Let everything release. Letting go of control, of effort. Trying to just find a little pocket of stillness. Just taking one or two more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, bringing the knees back to center. Before we head over to the other side, maybe giving yourself that little hug in again, bringing the head towards the knees, a little rock and roll once again. Massaging the back onto the earth. Lovely. Heading back into that lovely reclined position. And then we're going to take it into the twist. So arms come out. Nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, allowing the knees to fall over to one side. Finding as little effort as we can now. Just feeling the flow of the breath in the body. Just one or two more breaths here. And then bringing it up on an inhale. And again, I invite you really just to give yourself that little hug, that little squeeze, a little rock from side to side. And then we're gently going to plant the feet back onto the ground, knees bent up to the sky. Take a moment to take the hands to the belly, maybe even closing the eyes. Tuning in with the breath now. Seeing how deep the breath is. Has it slowed? Has it deepened? It's okay if it hasn't. Now we're gently going to release the arms back down by the sides. Maybe the palms face upwards. Gently pulling the shoulder blades in towards each other. With a firmness on the feet, we're going to push into the ground. Inhaling, we're going to push up the hips and come into a bridge posture. Now, if you prefer to come up and then straight out of this posture, you could come in up into a nice flowing bridge. So the exhale leads you down, the inhale leads you up. Or if you're feeling like you want to be still in bridge, we could pause here. If you're really comfortable here, maybe bringing the hands together, interlacing the arms down, maybe even squeezing the shoulders together a little bit more. And keeping the gaze up to the sky, but maybe closing the eyes. Just 2 or 3 more breaths, wherever you are, whatever version you're practicing. If we've been still in bridge, we're very gently moving the arms away and then rolling down vertebra by vertebra. Just taking a very still moment to feel that lovely long spine before we do anything else. Perfect. In your own time, we're going to bring the knees up towards the belly, but then we're going to take them out nice and wide. The hands can be on the shins or maybe the thighs. And if it feels good, we're going to take this into a happy baby. So we can stay here, or maybe taking the feet as if they were standing on the ceiling. Gently pulling the knees either side of the body. You might know that you could reach up to the hands or even just the ankles. So whatever version you're wanting to take, just seeing how it all feels. You may even take a little rock from side to side, really getting into that happy baby vibe. Bringing a little smile onto the face. Just being joyful in our bodies right now. There's nothing else to do, nowhere else to be in this moment, but here. And softly bringing it to stillness. Slowly releasing the feet down, bringing the feet back to the earth. Taking the legs out long for a moment, reaching the arms above the head and take a full body stretch, maybe even a yawn. And then releasing the arms down to the side of the body, just taking a short shavasana, a relaxation. Now you can lie down on the ground, maybe with the hands on the belly. I am just going to come to sit. I've got a slightly tickly throat, so if you do have a cold or anything, do feel free to come up to a seated shavasana. So wherever we are, we're bringing hands to the belly, lowering or closing the eyes. Bringing our awareness into the breath, into the body, a little deeper. feeling that tingle of movement. Notice the sensation of where the body meets the floor. Allow the arms to rest down wherever they feel comfortable now. Notice the temperature of the skin. Where is it cool? Where is it warm? Being aware of the sounds around you from outside and inside. Noticing the sound of your own breath. And taking this opportunity to take 3 gorgeous breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. And release. Settle the breath back to a rhythm that will serve you for the rest of your day. Take some time to wiggle the fingers and the toes, particularly if you're still lying down. Bring a little bit of movement into the body. And if you are laid down, making your way over onto one side and gently pushing yourself back up. There's no rush, there's no hurry. Just coming to a nice, comfortable, seated position in your own time, in your own way. And then bringing the hands together at the heart, nodding the head for a moment, just to honour your practice and to honour your body. And to thank yourself for turning up today. That is the hardest part. Namaste.